This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now we can start. So first, okay, so thanks all for joining this session. Okay, uh, so I believe everyone here have worked on web protocol, right? Web HTTP HTML protocol. So you guys can hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, thanks. So okay, so now this session is for TrueClient. So first we'll discuss why we need to learn TrueClient. Okay, and what it makes different than web HTTP protocol. Then what are the contents that we'll cover? Okay, so those things we discuss in today's session. So like we all know like how we record in web protocol. Okay, like there we have two recording option. One is web URL, then we have web HTML. Okay, so if you talk about web URL, then that recording mode covers all the images, okay, and capture text in separate action file, okay. If you talk about HTML mode, okay, so those things, so what happens in that recording, like it captures all the action in a single request, okay. But here in TrueClient, uh, okay, so web protocol mainly works on the uh, traffic layer, okay, kind of HTTP layer, okay, but TrueClient works on the user navigation, okay, end user experience. So you guys can hear, right? So right now what is happening, lots of applications are getting built on modern JavaScript based and HTML5 based application, okay. So sometimes client what ask that they are expecting to capture, just give me a minute. Sorry, give me a minute, okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now the applications are getting built on modern JavaScript based and HTML5 based application. Okay, so as per client, what they expect to capture the end-to-end response time. Okay, so if you talk about web protocol, okay, let's suppose we have recorded the application, then we are running the script. So in that case, it will not capture for few, it will not capture and it will not meet some objectives. Like let's suppose I'm talking about uh, I need the response time till these objects get fully loaded on your page. Okay, so that is not that we cannot achieve using the web protocol. Okay, so right now we have number of applications that are getting built on Java based, JavaScript based modern like HTML5. Okay, so for that now a client is showing more interest on the response times till the whole objects get loaded. Okay, so so that is the benefit of TrueClient. We can capture the response time end to end, okay, till the time user send a request, then server send the response, and also few images and the objects that is fully loaded. So this is the main advantage of TrueClient protocol. Okay, now the demand is increasing more for this protocol because of its advantage. Second thing is, if you compare with web protocol, then the script is not that much complex, okay, because it has no any correlation, okay. let's suppose there is a one application that we got, like kind of SAP application, okay, and that kind of application contains more and more correlation, okay, so that we cannot complete the script within given time. That might be the case. So in that case, people might opt for the TrueClient because it is easy to record. But again, it is not easy, because here in the session going forward, we'll discuss more and more on TrueClient. We have lots of things to discuss, like customization, JavaScript, XPath, handling dynamic table, so many things that we have. Okay, so we'll not cover the plain part. We have also the advanced version of TrueClient that we will discuss forward going forward. So in this case, what happens, instead of doing number of correlations, okay, number of script handling, those things, better we can opt for TrueClient. Okay, so it makes a script easier and lenient. Okay, so yes, this is the also advantage of TrueClient, because it has less correlation and we can do the script in given timeline. Third thing, debugging is very easy for TrueClient protocol. Okay, if we compare about uh, uh, web protocol, so in that case, what we have to go for runtime data. We have to put toggles point, and then we need to check every step, like which code is showing error, okay, where it is failing. But in this case, it's a kind of user navigation, it's a kind of web UI navigation. So we clearly see where the script is failing and why it is failing. Okay, it will show the error on your screen, that uh, the script is not able to capture the object, the script is not getting the id of that object, because of that it's failing. Okay, so in that terms, uh, it suggests you why the script is failing. Okay, so that is another advantage of TrueClient protocol. Now, TrueClient is not only helpful for doing the performance test. Okay, we can do kind of functional test or automation test for any kind of application. Uh, okay, based on the timings and the requirement. Okay, if you have a knowledge of, if you have a knowledge of TrueClient, if there is any requirement in your project to automate some functionalities, to automate some tasks, you can happily do the with the TrueClient protocol. Okay, so here we have, because you can launch the URL, you can click anywhere. You just should have knowledge on XPath, how we can get the XPath, relative, absolute. That will also cover going forward, like how we can get the different XPath in our script, and that we can put. Yes, because many people learning TrueClient not for doing only performance test. That is a key advantage that we can do. Like it's we can do for performance test, but here people are using for automation testing as well, or function testing as well. Okay, so going forward, we'll be comfortable for doing automation as well as functionality test with this protocol. And then these are the advantages. Okay, and now when so let me open Vision, this one. One more interesting thing I would like to show you. Okay, so here you can see we have three protocols. Okay, this one TrueClient Web, then we have TrueClient Native Mobile, then we have TrueClient Mobile Web. Okay, so the scripting methodology is same for all these three protocols. Okay, like if we are learning TrueClient protocol, then if the time needs, then we can cover all those things by this by learning only one protocol. Okay, so in this session we will be covering TrueClient Web, but you can implement your scripting knowledge for these protocols also. Okay, so like we will be learning only this protocol TrueClient Web, but we will have knowledge for this also. Okay, TrueClient Native Mobile and Mobile Web as well. Okay, so any doubts so far? Any doubts so far, like why we are learning TrueClient and why it is being used and why it is being popular nowadays? Any doubts as of now?
No, I'm good.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, good so far. Yeah.
Yes. So yes. So this protocol is used for recording kind of web-based application. This is kind of mobile center. Okay, native mobile. This is mobile web. Okay. So yes, if you open any of these scripts, the scripting techniques will be remain same. Okay. So that I will at the end of the session I will talk about this too as well. Okay. So that it will be more comfortable. Okay. So for now I will proceed with this TrueClient web. Okay. Then we'll discuss what all things we will cover in this session, TrueClient session. So here we have list of more and more things. Okay, we are not covering only plain things. We have complex uh, uh, things also to discuss here. Okay, so we'll go by one. Okay, that the topics that I have mentioned here. So first of all, we'll discuss like what is the how we can do recording, what is the replay. Okay, then runtime settings, how we can put the transaction to capture the response time. Then we'll see parameterization. Okay, here there are different ways to do the parameterization. Okay, then we'll see event handlers. Okay, event handlers means like if else. Okay, so here if you talk about web protocol, doing if else is not easy. Okay, let's suppose I will ask you to do okay, hey, can you please do this logic in your script, that is your web HTTP like if this objects appears on your UI, do this, else do this. Okay, it sounds easy, but when you will be actually doing this, that in that case you might face difficulties. Okay, but TrueClients makes this easy for you. Okay, you can you can insert any kind of conditional statement in your script. Okay, if else, for loop, do while. So there are number of if exist, if verify. Okay, there are number of things given in TrueClient script. Okay, that makes your script robust and that will meet your requirements. Okay, but if you talk about web protocol, this will not be easier for you to build this much of logics in your script. But this is here TrueClient wins because of its advantage and scripting things. Okay, then we have TrueClient inbuilt functions. Okay, like wait, think time, how we can capture the object ID, different type of action we have. So those things we will cover in inbuilt functions. Okay, then we have flow control and miscellaneous things. In flow control we'll discuss, let me show you. Okay, so go to
So I have one question here.
please go
Sorry.
ahead. Yes.
Using the TrueClient protocol, the user limit will be like we can use only less users, right, to run the script.
Yes, that is the that we'll discuss also. This is a disadvantage because the footprint of this is higher as compared to web protocol. Okay, because
So
uh,
how many maximum users we can run using this TrueClient?
okay, so for this, like usually what I know, like let's suppose you have 8 GB RAM. Okay, so using that you can run with 25 users. Okay, so that I have run from in my project. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
also it depends on application. If it is simple application, then you can go with the number of users. If the application is complex, kind of SAP HANA, SAP Fiori. Okay, so in that scenario we have to calculate the individual footprint, then we have to decide. Okay, so we'll also discuss how we
Okay.
can get the footprint and how we can simulate our scenario. So those things we can discuss also going forward.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so here you can see there are number of things. Flow in functions, you can see verify PDF content, wait for the object, generic object action. Okay, so here you will see, here you can perform any action on the object. Okay, like click, type. Okay, double click. So those things you can perform using the generic object action. So here we will be doing action on the object. Then we have generic browser action. Okay, so here this will handle the action on the browser level. Okay, like if you want to reload the page, if you want to refresh the page, if you want to go back to the page, if you want to move forward to the page, so those things will be part of generic browser action. Okay, then we have generic API action. So it contains miscellaneous things. Okay, like so if I click here, okay, and then it will contains here. It will ask you choose category. Okay, so IO. Uh, so we know. We'll discuss about web protocol little bit as well here because it needs here. So if I talk about web protocol, let's suppose we need to do file handling. Okay, like I want to write some uh, dynamic values to some Excel file or TXT file. So we do file operation, right? If printf, okay, those things, right? If open, if close.
We can't see your screen. Okay. Sorry,
Okay,
got
sorry,
it.
sorry.
No,
Let
got it,
me.
got it, got it.
Okay. So yeah, I was talking about web protocol. So let's suppose if you want to do some file handling, I want to write some dynamic values to the file, uh, either in Microsoft Excel, CSV, or TXT file. So in that case, we have some standard methods, right? F open, F close, printf. Okay, F printf. Those things we use, right? Everyone is aware, right? How we do the file operation in web protocol. So now if I want to do in TrueClient, we have this much of category, API category. Okay, so I will simply select the IO input. This one is input output. Then we have create directory, then delete, read, write. Those things we can do. Okay, so going forward, we'll discuss like how we can write the dynamic values to some file. Then we have TC. We can clear cache. We can clear history. So those things we will be covering. Okay, so we will also we will also have few more. Okay, we'll also have few more session on JavaScript. Okay, we will learn basic JavaScript codes. Okay, like what are the variables, how we can create a random number, how we can create random strings. Okay, and how we can create alphanumeric values as well. So those things we'll discuss in the JavaScript. Okay, we'll also have few session planned for JavaScript as well, because JavaScript is mainly used in this TrueClient. Okay, let's suppose you have to trim some string. Okay, uh, so how we can use the substring function, okay, random, those things we will cover under the JavaScript session hour. We'll have 2 or 3 sessions for JavaScript. I will discuss about those things also. So any doubts as of now, the topics that we have covered? If no, then I will move forward. Okay, then we have function and libraries. Okay, like how I can create the function. Okay, let's suppose your application is very a complex, like it contains number of application pages. Okay, and so in that case what I will create, instead of recording every time, I will create a function. Okay, and I will record in such a way that so that every time when I call function, those things will be executed. Okay, so we'll also learn how we can create the function and how to call the functions also. Okay, after this we have VTS. It means virtual table server. These are advanced, but we'll discuss also. Okay, so it is a virtual table server. So how we can implement virtual table server to the TrueClient, this also we'll discuss. Okay, why we are covering, because sometimes what happens, client ask us to do the uh, parallel read and write operation in your script. Okay, so as per requirements we might need to implement this into our project, so we'll cover this as well. Okay, a virtual table server, like uh, we'll discuss like how we can download the VTS, like what is the process to do a setup for that, how we can write the code, okay, in our LR script so that it can connect to the VTS, how we can send find, how we can retrieve file from the VTS, data from the VTS. Okay, so those things we'll cover as a part of VTS integration. Then we have utilities. So under utilities, number of things happens like we have. So we'll go one by one. Then we have tricks and tips. Okay, so there are some scripting tips also, so that we'll discuss. Then we have handling dynamic table. Okay, this one, it is very important, and it is very kind of advantage over the web protocol that TrueClient has. Okay, So let's suppose I have a dynamic table. Okay, the values keep on changing, the position of values keep on changing. Okay, so those will also discuss how we can handle those in the using the web protocol and using the TrueClient protocol. Then we have dialog box. Okay, let's suppose if we're getting any kind of browser dialogues like any pop-up. Okay, you want to save your password, yes or no. So those things we'll also discuss. Okay, then how we can upload the file, how we can clear the cache, how we can clear the content. So those things we'll also discuss in the our session. Then again, as I discussed, okay, uh, we'll also create some real scenario, or we'll create 2 or 3 scripts. Then we will find the footprint. Then we will create a scenario in the controller, and we will execute it. Okay, we don't have performance center, so so we will be running some dry run from the controller itself. Okay, we'll be also doing the actual monitoring from the controller itself, like how what we are measuring, how we can measure those things. So if someone have not knowledge on controller, we will also cover that as well. Okay, then we have result analysis. So this also we'll discuss in one session or half session. Then we'll have queries and doubts once our session is complete. Okay, you can ask anytime, even the session ends. Okay, throughout these topics. Okay, and every day I will be giving you some assignments post that session, so that you can be more confident and comfortable in TrueClient. Okay, so what we need additional to learn is, you can, if you have time, you can go with the XPath. Okay, you can try to learn how we can get the XPath, how to get the XPath. Okay, JavaScript coding. So these things we'll additionally discuss. Okay, here. So because it's kind of automation as well, no? So these things we'll discuss. Okay, so any doubts so far that we have discussed for the contents that we will cover in the TrueClient? Any doubts, or should I add something more? Then let me know, I will add these topics. Okay, all good?
Yeah, okay, please go ahead.
Okay, yes, if you want to learn more, anyway, I have covered most of things, these are enough. But if you want to add something more, if you came across any sites or any blogs and you think that it should be added, then you can tell me, I will add those topics as well. Okay, but this is my research, and I have added most of things that is required for being more comfortable in TrueClient. Okay, so yes, these are the contents. Yes, and the prerequisite are, you should comfortable in Fusion. Okay, you should have some experience on LR, so that will help you. Okay, so now yes, so now we'll see how we can then now we'll see like about LR TrueClient. We'll see. Okay, so first I will close this box, this one. Okay, so when you open a TrueClient script, it will look like this one. Okay, this is. So here, if I talk about web protocol, so there we have only one mode, that is Fusion mode. Okay, so whatever editing, whatever modification, recordings, everything that needs to be done in this panel. Okay, but TrueClient is something different. Okay, here you can see a clear message that this is a read only. So you will not able to record, you will not able to modify scripts here. Okay, once the script is recorded, you cannot do any changes here. Okay, you cannot edit, you cannot, it is just read only. Okay, then the question is where we need to do. Okay, so for this we have two mode. One is, this is Fusion mode, and the second one is developer mode. Okay, so here you can see the option, right, develop script. So if I open this one, develop script, so it will open a Windows. Okay, so here you can see we have done one is the browser, and second one is this one, TrueClient editor. Okay, so this is a developer mode. Okay, so if so here we have to do recordings, here we have to do modification. Okay, everything that needs to be do here only. in developer mode. Nothing's to be done in the Vision mode. Okay, here we will not be doing anything on Vision. We just can replay from our end to make sure a script is working. Okay. Apart from that, nothing's to be done from here only. Okay. So from script recording till modification till implementing JavaScript code. Okay, and then those all things that will be covered in this developer mode. Okay, here we can edit, here we can insert the functions, those things here we can do. Okay, so now I will show you how we can start with the recording first. A basic demo I will be giving you today. Okay, just to things like how it works. So I will pick any demo sites, then copy here, go to this one, and then okay, start recording. You have to click on start recording. Okay, so click here, start recording. So here you can see it's showing recording. It means your recording has started. Okay, so I told you earlier, TrueClient works on the user navigation. Okay, real user navigation. It does not work on the API communication. Okay, like it will not record your action to the web. Okay, custom request, web submit request kind of web protocol. So it will not do like that. So simply paste the URL that you want to record. Okay, so now you can see it is showing navigate to Jmeter store. Okay, then I will click on enter the store. You can see click on enter the store. If I reload the page, it will create a action. Here you can see it will create a browser action, reload current page. Okay, then I will click on sign in. Okay, see, click on sign in, then I will type J2EE login. So here you can see whatever action I am doing, it is recording here in this panel. Okay, this one, navigate, click, reload, click on sign in, type. Okay, these are different action. Okay, that it is. Then I will click on fish. I will click on here any category. Then I will go to add to cart. Then proceed to checkout. Okay, now in this panel we'll also learn how we can randomize these things. Okay, we have seen how we can create random numbers in web protocol. In same way we'll discuss how we can create the random numbers. Okay, card number. Okay, like it will create 1 2 3 4 5 6 kind of any random number of 16 digit. We'll also see in coming session. Okay, how we can create the random string as well. So we'll also see those things also. Okay, first name, last name. As of now I will keep as it is. I will not do any changes, but after some session we'll discuss how we can create the random number, how we'll create the random strings, so that in real time the same number or the same variable should not be going to the server. Okay, so to simulate real action we'll covering those things as well. We'll also see how we can select random values from this drop down list. Okay, so it is also a part of our session. Okay, let's suppose I want to select MasterCard out of this, so we'll also see how we can do this. Okay, MasterCard, how I don't want Visa every time, I want to make payment from MasterCard or MX as well. So those things we will also see how we can do. Okay, so as of now I will keep it is as a Visa. Okay, then I will click on continue. Okay, then yes, fine, then yes, our order is completed, confirm. Okay, go to my account, my orders. See here, like I have created this many of orders. Okay, so now I will stop the recording here. If you want to stop the recording, click here. The recording will be stopped here. Okay, so this is now we have recorded the plain script. Okay, so here you can clearly see whatever action, whatever the user level action that we are doing, it is simply like creating an action file in your navigator. Okay, like here it is navigating to. So if I click on any step, okay, so I will click here. Okay, this one. So here you can see we have a step, we have arguments, we have transaction. Okay, so in a step you can see the action is navigate, then we have object timeout, then we have a step timeout, then we have minimum time, then we have end event. Okay, If I go to arguments, you will see the parameters, that means the application URL. Okay, so what we can do, we can parameterize. Okay, let's suppose if we have dev environment, okay, prod environment, or your pre-pod environment, so those you can parameterize here. Okay, if the application is same, so those things will see. Okay, so location, so in arguments you will be seeing the name, the parameters. Okay, like where you want to navigate. So for me the site is this one, petty store up to perf right now. So if I click here only, okay, so click here. Okay, not okay. So if I will click here, navigate to this one, see. Okay, so it has performed the particular function. Okay, so whatever we have on the previous page, when I click on this step, it just executes this step only. Okay, so I will go back. And then it is click on enter the store. Okay, so click here again. Okay, and then go to step. Okay, again we have action. So this is a kind of object action, like we are clicking on some object. Okay, so if you open the action part, here you can see there are number of action here in TrueClient. This one, click, double click, drag. You can drag to evaluate JavaScript, get properties, mouse down, mouse over, mouse up, press key, scroll into view, upload, verify, wait for the properties. So there are so many things. Okay, so we'll implement everything in our script, but as of now I will keep it as a plain because it is our first session. So I will just give you a demo, high level demo, so that you can see what all things that we have. So this is the action. Okay, you can change the action from this to double click. Okay, if you want to change the action, you can change here. Okay, or sometimes single click does not work, so you can change from single click to double click. Okay, so I will keep as it is, click. Then we have arguments. So in arguments here you will have the object ID of that object. Okay, this one, arguments, like it will contains x ordinate, y ordinate. Okay, and if I go to the objects, so here it will have the object ID. Okay, like how the TrueClient will know that where you are clicking. Okay, so those things, for that you will have object handling. Okay, so this ID method will help you, like where exactly you want to click and where is your object. So it will simply allocate your object, like, yeah, this is your object, you want to click here. Okay, so to capture this ID we have automatic, we have XPath, we have JavaScripts, we have descriptors. So these all things we'll discuss, like how we can locate our object using this one. If I say automatic, this is default. So it's everything will be as a part of automatic as a ID locator for TrueClient recording options. Okay, but this will not make your script robust, but because the ID will be changing, the name of object will be changing, so we have to change from automatic to XPath or JavaScript based on the object handling. Okay, so if I make it XPath, you can see this is the XPath of that element. Okay, so we'll also learn how we can get the XPath of any object. So that will also cover. There are two XPath, one is relative and second thing is absolute. So that we'll also see how we can do those things. Okay, this is the XPath. So if you go here, okay, I will go to the home page. Okay, and I will log out. Okay, so enter the store where we have, wait, so first I will this one, I will again, now this is the enter the store, right? So I want to highlight. Okay, like I want to make sure that it is capturing and it is highlighting the right object, correct object. Okay, so for this we have one option here. So don't worry, it's just a demo. Okay, we'll discuss in details. For now I want to highlight the object, click here. Okay, so it is highlighting, it means our object is located perfectly. Okay, so see, now I will make some changes. Okay, I will make it here 4. Okay, now highlight. Okay, so it is showing you are not able to capture your object. Okay, it means our XPath is wrong. The way we are capturing the object is wrong. Okay, it should be corrected. Okay, so what I will do, I will keep as it is. Okay, now you forget like what was the X path, I don't know, you forget. So for that again we have simple this one, replace the text object. Okay, let's suppose you made some changes, you forget what was the original one. Okay, what was the correct XPath ID. Okay, so then you don't need to worry about, just click on replace object, click here. Okay, and then highlight the correct object. Okay, this one. Okay, so it, I think it's hanging. So when we'll click on enter the store, it will simply okay, so for now seems I have some keyboard issue, just give me a minute. So my keyboard is not working, like it's hanging like little bit. So what we can do, so okay, so we can simply highlight the object and it will again, it will restore your correct XPath and those things. Okay, so this is one advantage. Okay, and let's suppose I want to record only this step. Okay, let's suppose I have recorded scripts which have number of steps, kind of 500 or 600. Okay, tomorrow when there was new release, that environment was upgraded, then you came to know that there are few more pages comes. Okay, earlier you have recorded for 30-40 pages, now there are two more additional pages. Okay, so what will you do? Are you going to record from scratch like web protocol? No, here we have very simple techniques. So what I will do, let's suppose after this page uh, there are two more new pages added. Okay, so what I will do, just I will click on this one, this step, because I know that after this page there are two new pages. Okay, so just right click. Okay, here. Okay, right click, then you can have, you will have option. Okay, record. Okay, record before, record after. Okay, so simply click like where you want to record, where you want to implement. So after the step, this one, then click here. Okay, that done. Okay, so this is how we can add any number of uh, steps to your existing scripts. Okay, so that's why I told you that debugging is very easy and to fixing the issues is very easy as compared to web protocol. It does not take that much of time to find the issues and to debug the issues. Okay, now if you want to comment anything, just right click. Okay, then you have to click on disable. Okay, so it will disable the your action part. Then we have reload. If you want to reload your current page, okay, so the action is, it's the kind of browser action. Okay, so whenever if you are doing reload, going back, going forward, so it's a kind of generic browser action. Okay, so here you can see again we have number of actions to handle the browser level activities. One is activate, activate tab, add tab, close, close dialogues, tab, alert, authenticate, confirm, prompt password, get properties, go back, go forward, navigate, reload. So these are kind of your browser based action. Okay, not a object level actions. So, so don't get confused between what is the generic object action and what is the generic browser action. Okay, so object means you are, let's suppose this is object, right? Sign in, it's a object. This is your text field where you are typing. Okay, here you are searching. Okay, so if you are doing any activities on your object, that is called as generic object action. It means you are handling on object level. Okay, then we have generic browser actions. Okay, so this is your browser. Okay, if I want to get title, I want to reload the page, I want to go back, I want to forward. Okay, so those things will be handled as per generic browser actions. Okay, then we have, if I want to disable, I can disable from here as well. Okay, this one, if you want to replay these steps, you can replay from here. If you want to replay whole script, you have to go here, you have to click here. Okay, okay, if you want to undo, you can click here. Okay, So lots of things we have, okay. And if you want to make some step as optional, okay, let's suppose we have 50 actions, and in that there are two actions which are like which appear sometimes and which does not appear sometimes, okay, that is optional, okay. So for that TrueClient provides beautiful things that is optional, okay. So here you can let's suppose there is some action that is not sure that the pop-up will come or not, okay, this time that will come or not, that is the kind of optional. So for that you can make the step as optional. This one you can see. So you can see these two arrows. So if you click, if you just highlight your tab here, it will show set step as optional. Step will be skipped during replay if a step object is not found, okay. So the script will not be failure if these steps are failing, okay. So let's suppose if you are marking some step as a optional, okay, so that will not be count as a failures, okay. So your objective is, if it is appearing then it's fine, if it is not appearing then also it's fine. That is your motto, okay. So for that we have one things that is optional, this one. So you can do via this also, okay. Then this is okay, so this I will show you later on what is the log level, okay. So this is a high level, okay. And this is click on or we have one more thing, if you're typing, so we'll see typing, okay. So yes, any doubts so far, everyone? You can ask, okay. I am just covering the high level demo for this session, like what on high level, just kind of recording options in web protocol now. So that way I'm just handling here, I'm discussing here. Any doubts? Anita, Tushar, Dipti, Deepika, Zahir, Pramila, Anup and Bharta?
Hi, sorry, I joined late. I missed your name. Can I ask your
My
name
name is
again?
Arvind. My name is Arvind.
Okay, hi, Arun. I'm Bhakta
Yeah.
speaking. So,
Hmm.
how many days it will take you to complete this session?
See, as I told you, we are not covering only plain things. We have some advanced topics also, like virtual table server and JavaScript, those things. So it will take. I will try to cover these things in 14 or 15 sessions. Okay, 14 or
Oh,
15. Okay. Yes. So yes, because we have lots of things to cover now, so it will take some
no,
time.
I
15
completely
sessions.
understood. I'm not. It's just for some planning purpose. I'm asking how many days from now. So
Okay.
it
Okay.
will take
15
roughly
sessions. Yeah.
14 to
Yeah.
15 days from now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. That's it.
Yes. Okay, then for today we'll just discuss on high level of this today. Going forward, we'll discuss how we can create a transactions. Okay, there are number of ways to create transaction. How we can parameterize. Okay, how we can capture dynamic values. So those things will be a plan going forward. Okay, uh, then how we can add the step. Okay, so let's suppose again we have it has a number of features. TrueClient. Okay, number of features. I'm telling you, again we have a step, okay. So here you can add a step, okay. So once you click on add a step, it will ask you what you want to achieve, okay. Do you want to verify? We can verify object, okay. Let's suppose I want to verify once the page is loaded, I want to verify I want this subject to be present here, okay. So using verify, I can verify yes, this subject is now appearing on this home page, sign in is present. I want to verify PDF content. Let's suppose you are handling with application that have that where you are downloading the PDF, okay, that downloads the PDF, okay. So how will you verify? Because PDF is kind of client side activities, right? So how will you make sure that your PDF is downloaded, okay. So in that case you can give the PDF path, file path, and you can read some values from PDF from the downloaded location, okay. So here it is also a good features, okay. So you can read the content from PDF once it is downloaded from your web application, okay. Then we have wait, similar to think time that we have in our web protocol. Here we can put wait, okay. So you can put we'll also see how we can put the random. We'll learn how we'll learn like when we will learning JavaScript code. So we'll see how we can put random think time, okay, random wait time. So we'll write some piece of code that will be creating some random thing time. I mean, we can simply put it here. Okay, we can also put raw thing time. Yes, then we have wait for the object. It's a very important features. What I want, uh, I want this. Okay, I want the transaction to be complete when the object of this page is fully loaded. Okay, what I want this image to be fully loaded. Okay, then only transaction should be completed. Okay, this one I want that parrot image should be loaded, then only the transaction should be completed. Okay, so this also I can achieve. So how this will help? Okay, so these things I will show to developer. See, we got the response from server within given time, but till the this parrot image gets loaded, it takes them this much of time. Okay, so this is also observation we can share if we are going with the TrueClient protocol. Okay, so everything you can calculate. Okay, so this, so here we'll get the actual response time. Okay, like till we get the response time from the server, till the images are getting loaded, till the texts are getting loaded. So those things we can put in front of developer, and we can ask them to, okay, do the real performance tuning for any web application. Okay, then we have generic object action. As we discussed, click, double click. Like if we want to do any activities on the object level, we'll go for the generic object action. If we want to go for browser action, we'll go with this way. Then API action, we have virtual table server, we have file handling. Like I want to write some values to the file, I want to read some values from the file. So those things will be a part of generic API action. I want to create some directory, I want to create some paths, folder path, we can have this one. Then we have call function, this one. Let's suppose there are some piece of action that is reusable. Okay, so I will not record every time, right? Why we need to make a script more complex and more lengthy? So in that case, what I will do, I will bind some actions to this function, and I will call the function every time when it is needed. Okay, so that we will also see going forward. So these are kind of functions. Okay, then we have flow control. So again, we have for loop, we have if block, we have if verify, we have if exist, if browser break, continue, catch, exist. Okay, we have try, catch also. Okay, so those things we also discussed. Okay, how we do error handling, those things we'll cover as well. Okay, then we have miscellaneous. So miscellaneous, we have JavaScript. Okay, so we'll have 2 or 3 sessions for JavaScripts, so where we learn from scratch, like how different data types, variables, uh, creating random numbers, random strings, a random date. So those things we'll cover as a part of JavaScript. Okay, so yes, this is our planning for this TrueClient session, and we'll have more things to cover going forward. uh, Transaction, then we'll see how we can create some transaction. Okay, right now these are not bound to transaction, right? So in TrueClient we have number of ways to create the transaction, so we can bound this to transaction. Okay, this one, right? Okay, select the step, this one. Okay, then right click and see what is happening. Okay, so it will ask you to create a transaction. Okay, surround with transaction, start transaction, so we'll discuss as well. And yes, so these are function libraries. Okay, so what you can do, you can just for today you can do, you can just you can have a view on TrueClient. Okay, uh, this one. Okay, run logic actions. So any doubt so far? Because for today I think this should be enough. From tomorrow we'll go one by one. Okay, I will covering one by one. Okay, so we have if we want to learn, then you can click on help. Okay, it will navigate to the micro focus center. Okay, where you can learn TrueClient. Okay, it will give you high details, not like in depth. Okay, then we have about. Okay, so these things you can see. Yes. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards we'll covering these topics, we'll go one by one, we'll discuss in details. Okay, and yes, and one more thing, how you guys are expecting the class to be? It should be alternate or regular? You can just tell me.
Regular should be fine.
Okay, so all are agree for the regular?
Yes.
Okay, okay, then okay, fine, I will discuss with Kumar, and if regular, then we'll go with the regular as well. Okay, so
So
any doubts so far?
Arjun, do we
Yes,
get
yes, sorry.
the do we get the content like do we get the notes and all?
Yes, yes, we see we will get the notes. I will share the Word documents. Okay, I will share the PDF if I have. I will share the daily task assignment to you guys. Okay, so that I will be keep on sharing. Okay, for every session. Okay, and yes, so our classes will be regular, but based on some constant, we might will go for the alternate as well. Okay. Let's suppose I need to create some assignments. I need to create some PDF files for you guys to reference files. Then we'll discuss. Okay. So for that, I may need some time to create those things. Okay. That I will be sharing on time to time. Okay.
Yeah,
So fine.
one doubt from
Uh,
my side, Arvind.
yes, Bhakti, please go ahead.
So this we are getting 50 V user license free for the community edition, right? So
Yes,
can we
yes,
use this TrueClient V users also
yes,
as
yes,
the
yes,
50?
yes, yes, yes. We can use yes. But here, for simulating 50 users, we'll need some more LGs, some more agents. Okay, so you can try. Okay, so we'll yes, but you can simulate this one. So right now, this application is very simple. No, this one JPT store. Okay, so you will able to simulate some good number. Okay, but if I talk about some complex application kind of SAP HANA, SAP Fiori, so in that case, you need to concentrate on the footprint of each user. Okay, so yes, but right
Uh,
now, like as yes, Dipti.
Arvind, actually, I'm working on TrueClient Protocol. So if I need any, help where in my application, do you provide that help as well?
Yes, yes, yes. You can ping me, and like I will tell you what to do. And uh, if you have any issues, you can ping me. I will help you. Okay. I will share the
Okay.
links or I will share some steps. So those things I will share to you. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So now I will be closing the session. Okay. If you have any doubts, then let me know. We can discuss right away, and then we can close this call. So I hope everyone is clear with the contents that we discussed. The way we'll go forward. Uh, so everyone is clear, right?
So
Yes.
I have a question. Yeah. So what time the class start? Is it the same time we start the class? The
Yes,
demo?
yes. Yes. So all. So I just want to confirm, like all are in India timing, IST, or anyone from other like UST or kind of European time?
Actually,
Anyone?
I'm from the US Standard
Okay.
Time. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Then this time is good for you, right? This time 8 to 9, Tushar.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
that basically 10:30 from my time, right? In US
Yes.
time. Okay.
Mhm. Okay, so I think Kumar has discussed the time now already. I'm not aware. Okay, so yes, so if you have any uh, issues to timings, you can discuss with Kumar. Okay,
All right. Yeah.
okay, so okay, so thanks everyone for joining this demo session. And if you have any queries, you can ping me online. Okay, this one in WhatsApp I have. Okay, so there you can. There is a group also. Okay, we have, so you can ping. I will help you there. Okay. So yes, so can we close this call? All good?
Yeah, thanks, Arvind. Thanks for the session.
Thank you.
It's very helpful.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks all.
Arvind.
Thanks, Arpin. Thanks for your time. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.